Today we're going to review college questions. So when you open up your Common App, and this is my fake account, I have one every year. And as a college planner, it's important to be able to show students what they should be doing with college questions. Every piece of this Common App matters. So if you want to put your best foot forward, you want to follow the rules, basically. So the Common App body of the Common App is where you put in all of your information, including your activities, your primary essay, course and grades if the colleges require them. Everything's in here. And then as you add your colleges through the college search tab, you can see they all pile in, and you can see at the top where it says college information, you can see the dates for that year, what are your deadlines, contact information for admissions, links for virtual tours and things of that nature. If you have not taken a tour or haven't been able to take a tour, take a virtual tour for sure. And it will help you write some of your supplemental essays, but get a good sense of the campus as well. Additional information will be down here, especially for special programs, maybe the direct entry, med programs, law programs, MBA programs. So make sure you pay attention to additional information because they might have additional steps that you need to take. Also, before you get started on the college questions, the recommendations section, you want to sign your FERPA. It's a federal form releasing your teachers from having to provide you with a copy of your recommendation before they upload it. And then it'll tell you how your school is managing your transcripts as well as your recommendations. For this school, they use Naviance. So you'd have another step. You need to log into Naviance, match the accounts, make sure you're using your school email for that, and then officially request your recommendations and transcripts through the Naviance system. Remember, many schools might have additional paper documents and an additional fee for transcripts. So ask guidance about that. If you don't use Naviance, then you can come in here and invite your recommenders this way. You would need their full name and email. Now, answering college questions, there are some opportunities, and I see students miss a lot of opportunities here. So we're going to use University of Virginia over here. So it's going to ask preferred start date, fall 2025. It's going to give you options for early decision, early action, regular decision. I'm going to say early action. That's usually what I choose for most of my students in my private practice. Very few do early decision, but sometimes it certainly does work. Remember, it's binding. Have you previously applied to Virginia? No. Have you been provided with a code, right? A waiver, yes or no. If your family income is low, ask your guidance counselor about providing you with a waiver. And so over here, we're going to say, no, this student doesn't. This talks about test optional. Every school has their own policies. Make sure you're clicking on these links. So before you select yes or no, make sure you're looking at what information they're presenting you and clicking on that link. So do you want to include your standardized test scores? Yes. Do you intend to pursue need-based financial aid? Well, it depends the school and it depends your student's information. At a very high-end school that is only need-based, if you do not qualify for need, and there's an easy way to tell that, then you might say no. Now, many schools will say, oh, we're need blind, things of that nature. Well, I would just run what's called a net price calculator for any school that you're applying to. Have mom or dad run the numbers. And if it shows that you'll receive need-based aid, or merit aid, then I would put yes there. Okay, if not, I might put no there for strategy. So you can just Google net price calculator, University of Virginia, and you can give that link to mom or dad and they can fill it out and see what the results are before you make that decision. So I'm going to click it back on yes. Do you wish to submit a dance, drama, or some other type of portfolio? Many schools will use Slide Room for this. You don't have to be a dramatic arts or music or art or design student to submit that. You can if you want. For most students, it'll be a no. Do you have a parent or guardian currently employed by the university? They want to know that because of tuition benefits. And do you identify as a gender or sexual minority? And I would, if you do, you can put that there. And also the University of Virginia supports LGBTQ students and does not discriminate based on responses to the question. User or not, and so look at this before you click that link, before you say yes or no. Here's one of the supplemental essays. Remember, they can be hiding in here. Look, it says general information. It doesn't even say writing section, and there's a writing prompt in here. So that can throw you off if you're in here trying to submit your application. And then you see, oh, there's a supplemental essay. You need to comb through all of these questions. Here's another one. So picking your academics, your major. So let's talk about this. Let's say, let's pick under the Arts and Sciences College. So it's asking you to pick your major. Now you can easily look under Princeton Review or other online college databases and look at what the most popular majors are at the schools. Many times biology will be super competitive because that's all the pre-med kids, right? So you might want to look at, oh, chemistry, biochemistry, chemistry, you might go in as that. You can look down the whole list of what's available. Many times there might be health sciences. That's a great place for pre-med students, or pre-dental, PA, and pre-medical. It's very good. Interdisciplinary major could be a good one. And you might go down and see if they actually do have a major that's called pre-med. Some do, some don't. Remember, it's just a biology major in disguise. So you can go down and see if there's anything undecided. For this student, their numbers and statistics like SATs and GPA are good enough to be competing in the biology section. So I'm going to put biology. And then I might come in and say, okay, let's put chemistry as your backup, as your second, right? Here's another supplemental essay. And I would say yes, yes, yes to consenting to colleges texting you. It will make your life so much easier. They will text you when they've sent you an email or put information in your portal, or you're missing information in the portal. So you want to say yes to that and put your cell phone number in there. And residency. Do you believe you qualify for in-state privileges? Please don't be putting this unless you actually do live in the state. Many parents think, oh, if I buy a house in the state or something of that nature. No, it's where you reside now, where your taxes were just filed. So if your parents filed taxes and you're on their taxes, it's that state that they filed in. Okay, there are some colleges that after you've been there over a year and you're filing taxes and you meet other criteria where you might be able to get in-state tuition, but just be very straightforward about this. Honor code. Don't go clicking this without clicking the link. If they have a link there, click it. Make sure you click it and look at it and then answer yes. Okay, have you been found responsible? for disciplinary violation at any educational institution. So if you have to disclose that, and you'd probably have to explain that, see? And then I understand, they're making you say, I understand if you fail to provide accurate information, they can rescind your acceptance. So let's take a look under Wake Forest, because they have some other questions that many colleges have that I want you to be aware of, that you should be answering in certain ways. We'll say early action for Wake Forest as well. Do you intend to use need-based financial aid? Remember, this is saying you have to be on campus for a certain amount of semesters. Many schools do this. Before you click I understand, hit the link. If you are identifying as a particular religion, there's a whole list here, plus other. For Catholic students, especially at Jesuit schools, if you're coming from a Catholic high school and you're identifying as Roman Catholic, there could be a little bit of scholarship money there for you. So just be aware of that. You'd pick your major here. Activities. A lot of colleges have an activities section. So I want you to build this out with at least 3 activities. And look at the list and put things that you think you'd probably participate in, like service-oriented organizations. Do a variety of things. Don't just stay in academic or fun or sports. Do a variety of things. And I would say 2 to 3 items here. Some colleges like UConn only have their band information on there, or sports. In that case, you don't really need to put anything in there if you're not going to participate in that. Once again, you can see here, this is an essay, a supplemental essay under context, not even under a writing section. So this is why you need to look through everything. Can we contact you via mobile? Of course you can. Make my life easier. So family. So some schools care about legacy. Do you have a parent, guardian, step parent, sibling who have attended? Yes. And then they'll have you list that person. Do they work for the university? They want to know if you're getting tuition benefits. Are siblings also applying? Or sometimes they'll ask if you have a sibling who is there. Disciplinary history, make sure you answer this accurately. Many want you to sign it. And then in the writing section, Wake Forest is famous for asking quirky little supplemental essay questions. Your applications will not go out unless you have put content in here, by the way. Make sure you do not write directly in these boxes, that you're using Grammarly or some type of other editor, so that you can put the best version in there for your supplemental essays. So context, let's just look at this. Many times colleges, I'm just looking to see if they are asking on some of these, they will ask you how much contact you've had with the particular college. Have you taken a tour? Do you know a student who's there? Do you know an alumni? And that's super important to let them know, and always let them know in descending order. I'm trying to find one so that you can see what I mean. Oh, contact. Okay. How have you learned about Boston College? So put it in descending order. So if you know a current student, add that. That might have been a big influencer. If you've been on campus, Eagle for a day, and maybe there's some other way that you've learned about it. You know an alumni or a faculty. And maybe that was the biggest influencer, is the faculty. And then maybe knowing a student. So add as many as you actually have. They like to know that. That's important. And that's about it in the writing, in the college questions section. Aside of supplemental essays, we do have a video on that. You might want to take a look at that when you have a moment. But that's how you get the college questions done. And good luck and much success to you this year.